Recording in progress.
All right, we are now being joined by Brent Primus.
Brent, welcome back. It's been quite a while since we've seen you. A little long overdue here.
Yeah, way long overdue for sure.
And I guess what do you attribute that layoff to? Was it just, I know you had a couple of fights on the rumor mill and a couple that were booked that fell out. Was it just cancellations or injuries, or why didn't we see you for that long?
Cancellations, COVID. I fought in Ireland in February, and I asked to fight as soon as possible, and they said the soonest they'd get me a fight was July, and so I trained my butt off, lost 30 pounds, and got canceled from COVID like 10 days out. And then I got told I was going to fight in December. Same thing, went through a full training camp, lost a bunch of weight, and spent a bunch of money on my camp, and that fight didn't happen. And thankfully, here we are, fight week, and I fight in a few days.
And is it tough? You're on a 2-fight winning streak. Is it tough to keep that momentum? Whether it's mental or just keeping your rhythm in the gym when you're not staying active. You're not getting to those fight nights.
Yeah, I want to stay active, but winning is a part of me. I feel like I train my butt off, and I expect nothing but to win. So, but activity is definitely a big thing, man. I want to stay active, and after this fight, I'm gonna call out Patricio. I want to. If I don't fight him, I want to top 5, but I want Patricio. That's the guy I want. He's got my belt, so that's the plan.
For sure. And one of the other things about the inactivity was that you fell out of the rankings, and I know that you weren't particularly happy with that. And at the time, you said, "Hey, when I come back, I want a top 5 guy, despite the fact that I'm not ranked. I want a title shot." And here you are fighting a 19-1 guy that's not ranked. Ultimately, were you okay with that? Was
hell no, I was not okay with this. No, I was told that if I signed a new contract with Bellator, that I'd be fighting a top 10, and here we are, not fighting a top 10. I know Islam's a tough dude, and he probably should be in the top 10, but I feel like he should have fought in somebody in Bellator before me. And man, it's just frustrating that I have to Google these guys who I'm fighting. It's like I should be fighting somebody that I know that's fought in Bellator who's in the top 10. And but at the same time, I'm just blessed that I have a fight, and I'm here, and I'm fighting in a few days.
And I heard you say it a minute ago, but do you think, despite Mamedov not being ranked, that this will set you up? You'll get that title shot and be able to fight Patricio?
It better, it better, man. Like he's 19 fight win streak right now, and he's training Khabib, and he's a tough dude, man, for sure. And so Patricio is who I have my eyes on for sure.
Hey Brent, what's it been like to hear guys, while you've been out, kind of calling you out, Tricky, Alexander Shevley? I mean, obviously they were saying, hey, I want Brent, and I want it to be for a piece of gold, because Patricio's been out of the lightweight division for a while.
Yeah, those are smart guys, man. They should be fighting me for the gold. And I'm not sure about Shabli. I think he's only had one fight in Bellator, but I was calling out any top 5 guy. I asked Bellator to set me up with Patricky. After he lost to Queally, I called my manager right away. I was like, man, I want to fight that Queally guy. And it didn't happen, which is a big bummer. And they said those fights don't make sense. We want you to fight this guy, Islam or whatever. And I was like, how the hell does that make sense? But yeah, it is what it is, man. And like I said, man, I'm gonna try to make a statement this Saturday. I'm gonna finish this dude, and I'm gonna call out Patricio.
Do you think Patricio gets the job done against AJ on Saturday?
I really hope so. I just did an interview, and they said that if AJ beats Patricio, that they might fight at 155 for the 155 strap, do a rematch. I was like, what? Oh man, it's so frustrating. I think the belt has already been held up too long, and it's just frustrating that better not happen. So I'm definitely rooting for Patricio.
Is it safe to say that something needs to happen with the title if Patricio, for whatever reason, doesn't fight again, but doesn't go back up to 155 because of how long it's been out?
Yes, for sure. I think it's already been too long, and all of us in the top 10 or all of us in the 155 division, I feel like we deserve to get that belt or at least a shot at it. And I mean, I heard him saying he doesn't, or Scott Coker doesn't want to do a interim title fight or whatever. So, but I think that if it's the belt's still staying with Patricio or whatever, then I think that, yeah, they should either give it up or there should be an interim belt for sure.
Final question. You're fighting, this Bellator's first time front of this kind of capacity crowd in a while. Just what are your thoughts on knowing that you're going to have that packed house at the Forum to cheer on all the action?
Man, I cannot wait. As bad as I wanted to fight and stay active, you know, in the whole COVID thing in Connecticut, there's nothing like fighting in front of fans in the crowd, the energy. So I'm pumped, man. And I've never fought in the Forum, but I heard it's a crazy event. It's loud and a lot of energy there, and I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome.
I've been asking all the fighters about the big sports news, which is Simone Biles pulling out of the Olympics due to mental health issues. I'm curious if you have a take on that, if you've ever been in that position, or as a professional athlete, if you can understand maybe that kind of pressure.
Man, I can see it going both ways. Like, I'm a mental case myself, man. I'm always, you know, doubting myself, doing things in mentally, and I feel like she has such a big opportunity, and she was literally picked, you know, out of a lot of people to represent the United States, and it's a big bummer. You know, I don't know what's going on in her head, but I feel like she should have pulled through, manned up, and got a mental coach, did whatever she could, and done that, because there's thousands of people that would have loved to be in her place. So, but yeah, I think she it's a hard thing for sure, you know. But for me, I just feel like, man up and go out there and perform and for our country, you know. So, but it is what it is.
With all that's happened over the past year with fighting, things falling out, how do you maintain your focus and stay hungry?
Man, I think just, you know, it helps having a family, having kids, and knowing that I need to put money in the bank and put food on the table. And but at the same time, like, I've had a crazy life, and you know, I've had people doubt me, people kind of like father figures tell me, you know, I'm gonna work at McDonald's my whole life, I'm a loser, all this stuff. And you know, I got kicked out of my house when I was 13, and did some crazy things, and ever since then I just kind of wanted to prove him and everybody wrong, and make something of myself. And there's no quitting me. I literally train harder than anybody that I know, and I don't think there's anybody in Bellator, in the lightweight division or Bellator period, that trains as hard as me and can go places mentally like I can.
Man, Brent, kicked out of your house at 13, worked at McDonald's.
No, I did not work at McDonald's. My stepdad told me I was going to work at McDonald's, and when I got kicked out, I literally like filled out so many applications, and I sent them into everywhere I could besides McDonald's. And I was too young to get a job. I was 13, so I started picking berries on the farms, and really couldn't make much money doing that. And found some hippie dude who started fronting me marijuana, and I started slinging the best marijuana in Oregon when I was super young. Had my own house when I was 14 years old. Had my own house, and it was crazy, man. A lot of crazy stories.
Well, good thing it's legal now.
Yeah, thank God.
And then you got your black belt under Megaton, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you're going to stop the armbar? I mean, this guy's got like 7 arm bars. I think his last fight was a knee bar. How do you shut that down?
Oh man, I really am not worried about getting submitted. I feel my ground game is, man, it's awesome. So I'm not really worried about that. I think he needs to be worried about getting armbarred by me.
So kicked out of the house at 13, but look at you now. You're in LA, first time back, full capacity crowd, $1 million fight, championship fight. Is this your breakout time? Is this your moment?
Yeah, man, I think every fight is your biggest fight at the time, you know. But I feel like I need to make a statement and go out there and finish this guy so I can, you know, get that title shot.
Brent, I know you mentioned the fact that you wanted to fight a top 5 guy, but obviously, you know, Islam is coming in here with an 18-fight winning streak. So how do you prepare for a guy like that that's coming in with, you know, all that motivation?
Just keep my head focused and rely on my coaches and listen to them and train my butt off, which I have been doing. And I feel great. My weight is good. And I feel great. I really do not see myself. I see myself finishing this guy for sure.
Thank you.
All right, Brent, thanks for the time. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, guys.